before all this, we didn't actually lose anybody while we was out there in the projects to any wars. We lost our homeboy G Mike early in the day. You know, they was over there at the in the marina where they had the little video games, arcades and shit over there. Like they getting on the tour with some niggas over there, and the homie ended up getting stabbed. You know, from that situation. But we didn't lose nobody actually while we was in the projects to any wars.
Let me ask you something. When y'all was in the projects, when the dope game was full-fledged up and running, were there any outside black gangs in Marvista Gardens hustling?
Yes. Ooh. Grape Street Watch. And in the 60s.
For the dime moves in the lokes, for the 6-4s on spokes, for the OGs that did a dime, came back around on parole, for the homegirls with the scrap game, little homies that gang bang, from Pelican Bay to YA, rearrange your mind frame. Yeah, I know what you been through, shit you had to go tend to. Your mama gave birth on the turf, I know them killers you kin to. This for the lost generation, broke as hell, man.
A lot of, lifting weights, and I was on swole, they start calling me Big Miz.
Original Stutter Box. Eastside 5, who's Pablo Bishop, Mid City Gangsta Bloods.
kevmacvideos, you know, this is for sure. kevmacvideos, open your soul.
This is the beginning.
The Grape Streets came because the homegirl, Crip Sean, she ended up, her boyfriend, Doug brought his brother Vasco and Wayne, and then they brought Looney and Doug, all them, Sinbad, they all kind of came, and then one of their sisters, I think it was one of their sisters ended up moving in the projects from Grape, and so they that's where they had their base at, right there, from the beginning, and along with the homegirl Krishan, she would let them stay at her spot, but Krishan was from our hood.
That wasn't a conflict of interest?
It became a conflict of interest because what happened was we was gone one night to a concert or something. They ended up giving a party. They ended up giving a party at the gym, and so at the party, them niggas attacked the homies, which was like homies was up in there doing the DJ, and then we had a couple little stragglers that didn't go out with us. So they ended up attacking them. The homegirls, my sister was up in there, and a couple of the other homegirls, but see, they knew my sister. So them niggas was like, "Oh, you good?" Because they already know I'll go ham. Like nobody fucked with my family. Nobody fucked with my family in the PJs. Nobody.
According to police, the first shooting occurred about 10:50 p.m. in the parking lot at McDonald's restaurant located at 2502 Lincoln Ave, after a dispute erupted between 20 members of the rival Grape Street Crips and the Venice Sholine Crips. The fight escalated into the shooting of a 16-year-old member of the Shoreline Crips. The youth was not seriously injured.
What role of the 60s was up in there,
I have no idea. They actually they was at Coker House.
The Marvista Garden Housing Project had become a favorite gathering place for gang members from the West Side as well as from South Central Los Angeles. Very few of them actually lived in the projects. In the last several months, tensions had increased amongst members of two predominantly black gangs from South Central Los Angeles, the Grape Street Crips and the Rollin 60 Crips, who competed for drug territory with the mainly Hispanic Culver City gang and the Venice Sholine Crips.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, and the sad part about that was some of the homies went through there, and they had to shoot that up.
We ran them out though.
You know what I mean? And it was sad because they folks. I mean, real folks, like, and it just.
So y'all was already beefing with the homies at that time?
Yeah, I mean, as far as it was kind of like, we was having certain things, because I remember back then, that's when they came through. They came up here at the beach, because this was right around that time.
Talking about that time. Yeah, they came everywhere we went.
No, but I'm saying, when the homies get into it with them that time, and then remember, they come back, before they leave the beach,
it was just us
they
and
end
them.
up coming through the hood shooting at the homies.
And we fought all the time.
Y'all was protecting that beach. Y'all wasn't letting nobody come.
Oh man, you know what I mean? Shit, it's like the beach is the backyard. Like you get in my backyard, nigga, that mean you damn near my house.
The dad said that they said we gonna take over the beach like we did the skating range.
So let's dig into the boardwalk.
Anyway,
let's dig into the boardwalk. I want to get two different areas of the boardwalk. In the 1970s, what was going on at that beach? That boardwalk.
Naked Muscle Beach.
Muscle Beach at that time.
Muscle Beach and us running it.
Going back to Cali. I'm going back to Cali. No, I don't think so. Going back to Cali, boo. Going back to Cali. I'm going back to Cali. Maybe Venice. Going back to Cali, boo. Going back to Cali. I'm going back to Cali. Maybe LA. Back to Cali, boo. Going back to Cali. I'm going back to Cali. Gotta hit Venice Beach. Going back to Cali, boo. Going back to Cali. I'm going back to Cali. You know what? Gotta hit LA. Going back to Cali, boo. Going back to Cali. I'm going back to Cali. Men and women. Going back to Cali, boo. Going back to Cali. Girls all on my bumper. Cause they see me in the pink caddy looking slumber. Gotta hit Cali, boo. West. Sholines.
You should have seen the graffiti of us back then on the wall. That's the graffiti you need. You need some of them early 70s graffiti.
We got a couple.
That was all around here.
Got a couple.
The neighborhood striker from Venice.
Me back then.
That's why.
Yeah.
Is he on that picture?
The whole gym. This gym, look.
Him not on that
No, I seen that, but look. But y'all ain't got y'all got them. You got the L.I. right. But back then, the old gym, well, even when they built the new gym, this one. And they said, I stayed across the street. I had that motherfucker Bonnaroo up. Every time they were painting, I had Bonnaroo back up with the set, all on the ground over here, all across that wall right there, all the way, and then all the way from Venice, all the way to the East Coast, when we used to kick it with the coast, through everybody's turf.
So back in the 70s, the boardwalk had that carnival atmosphere back then? The tourist thing and all that?
It's always
been that.
Always been like that. The tourist situation has always been like, just a part of this community.
Would you say that's where all your guys' Crip beef started at?
No.
Protecting that boardwalk from outsiders?
Most of our beef started because like house parties or certain places that we would like
we didn't have
the
no Crip
skating rings.
beef at Venice Beach. It was just that who we had beef with. The ones that we had beef with couldn't come,
I asked one of the homies why we were beefing with Sholines. I was trying to see if I could get the story from y'all. They got a boardwalk story where the homies was at the boardwalk.
There must be some young ones. It started at that skating ring, man.
Incident with Buster there with the shotgun.
Yeah.
That's your Buster.
He said you guys was tussling with the shotgun. Monster King and some of you guys. The shotgun went off. And that kicked off the beef with you guys like around 85, 86.
It was the skating ring, man.
Shot out with the 60 on the beach.
Yeah, I remember that part. I was there with him at that part. Yeah.
That's way before the skate ring.
And what was y'all squabbling with the homies for in 81? What was the issue?
My thing was, to me, it did several incidents with us and some Crips, it didn't turn into beef. I don't think that one turned into a beef. Right then. We had some issues, but it didn't turn into beef because we turned back around and still was kicking it. After that, because we used to go to, when some of the homies would come out, we would go to that park right there on Slauson, down the hill. Yeah. Not that much, because we had tension already, but then we stopped doing that because the tension was too strong.
But the beef in
Yeah.
the 60s when it started doing football season at Venice High. when Willis Tyler was playing.
But the blessing about us, when we had to beef against each other and things of that nature, a lot of people didn't get killed. We fought.
Right.
We fought because it was like early in the game. You know what I'm saying? So they fought more than shooting.
Them high
back
school
then.
football games was like
High school football, trying to turn over the bus
But that's
and
where a lot
all
of
that
our
type
shit-
of stuff.
That's where we had a lot of
You know,
squabbles with other people at. It was at the
few
football
shootout,
games.
but it wasn't.
You know what I mean? Because see, what happened was
It wasn't modern.
The homies
Like
was
modern day.
telling us that we
Like
needed
today.
to go. That we needed to go to the football games. You know what I'm saying? Because
But we ain't gonna talk about them many war stories.
Already
or
do
anything.
Shorelines?
Miles right
Yeah,
there.
that's Ray Miles right there. That's
Yeah.
Larry.
That's
That's
Larry.
Vincent Duncan.
Yeah.
Hey, them
That's
G's.
VG. That's Vaughn. Yeah, that's who's that?
That's all you need.
Yeah. Sure is. All the homies.
They all homies.
Yeah.
They G's.
Yeah.
Just wanted to make sure.
Mhm.
Where you
That's
get that picture from?
Man, I need that picture, man. We need that picture.
that's what the old classics.
Yeah.
Look, your boy S Man.
Oh yeah, that's man, Smurf.
Yeah,
And that's Lil
Smurf.
Smurf. That's
Daniel.
No, that ain't Daniel.
Why do you guys claim Deuce? What does that even mean?
I don't know nothing about that.
We don't claim no dude.
That two
I don't
times
know
you guys,
about
youngsters put 2 times behind.
But we don't know nothing about that. I don't know nothing about that.
That's the youngster shit.
I have no idea. Like you say, that just started popping up with this clique right here. You know what I mean?
As far as blocks are concerned, what's ground zero?
Fifth Ave was the #1 block.
Fifth Ave Brooks.
Fifth Ave period.
Why? Why was Fifth Ave so important to the Showline?
Because that's where everything was happening.
It was like it was like the what's the
The
part?
main strip.
The 902s. The 902s right there,
Yeah.
right?
That's
So
the main
it
strip.
was basically like that's where everybody, you know, some of the heavy hitters came from. Like in back in the days, it's like you had those 2 apartments that's basically right across the street from each other, and it was like everybody just kind of, you know, just out of them apartments, it brought traffic because of the people that was,
Fifth Ave
you know.
and Brooks, because I stayed on Brooks and Fifth Ave, and that's where all the G's and all that.
Yeah, but the Venice, basically, when you talk about like that, you know, it wasn't really just Fifth Ave because we was just basically all around
We
here.
was all
But
around.
Fifth Ave was like
The
that
jumping
was like,
spot.
you know, Venice Sholine, Fifth Ave Crips. Like that was our, you know, everybody was Fifth Ave. Now you got 6th Ave, 7th Ave, you know what I mean, and all that. But that's just the younger generation. Everybody wanted a piece. Have like to basically have their own little time when they, you know what I'm saying, basically start banging. You know what I mean? They was basically off of 6th Ave, you know, or most of them grew up on 7th Ave. So, you know, they claimed that, you know, so it's just a spinoff, you know what I'm saying? But it was just basically all 5th Ave.
I want to jump back into the projects and then a few questions. When did the projects come to an end for Shorelines? And did the housing authority have anything to do with it, or you guys got triple treated? Housing authority, police, and Culver City.
Well, the thing about it was, I guess because of, you know, we were pretty much the ones that was out there. You know, like I said, the Culver City, we were doing so much, it was almost like we was taking away attention from whatever the Culver Cities or what they was doing, because we ended up, like I said, we had different spots. Like I'll be slanging right here, the homie slanging down, you know what I'm saying, down on Allen, the homie around the corner on Marionwood, and then you might have somebody up here on Allen. So we pretty much was all through the projects, and like I said, the Culver Cities pretty much just had, you know, that's where they pretty much based. Not to say they wasn't in there, but it was just more or less like, you know, us in there at the time.
Gang investigators agree. Many Latino gangs operate as traditional turf defending rogues, while most black gangs such as the Venice Sholine Crips, have focused primarily on drug sales.
And so when it ended, like I was saying, when that shit happened, when the little homie got shot, when they start fighting over the little cells.
So was there actually killings going on inside there, or just people getting flesh wounds?
They was getting shot. Like I said, the homie Tito got shot. He got shot 5 times. Huh? Go ahead. It's in the bag, right?
Mark that cuffs, man.
All right.
So did the Shorelines move out, or all the blacks moved out? The families moved out with them?
Yeah,
or
pretty much. It was the thing about it was pretty much everybody, you know, like I said, everybody moved.
One Thanksgiving Day in 1993, members of the mostly Hispanic Culver City boys gang, whose main turf is in the Marvista neighborhood, firebombed the homes of black families in the Marvista Garden Housing Project and set fire to the cars of at least 12 members of a black gang known as the Venice Shoreline Crips. According to Pacific Division Police, much of this had to do with racism and some of it had to do with the drug trade. The Pacific Division counted 12 gang-related murders in 1997. The Culver City boys are thought to be responsible for 8 of those. Members of the rival gang, the Venice Shoreline Crips, was suspected of committing 3.
It was such a culture shock, you know, because see, my moms was still there.
That was their turn.
So
anyway,
when I'm still going back, you know, because I'm not living there no more, you know, so I'm out of town, living, you know what I mean? So when I'm coming back to visit moms, right, you know, they still out there.
Okay.
You know, they see me.
I got something that popped in my head. Teena Marie.
Oh, yeah.
Cash went to school with us.
Everybody get up. Flashback, who's that dancing to the latest?
Tell
We
her, man.
started Casper.
She was a year younger than us.
White girl, onward.
Yeah.
Hung around out the bus. We started Casper and Bingo.
Yeah.
For the audience that may be too young to know who Teena Marie is, who is Teena Marie?
Teena Marie is a singer.
You know, square biz.
Square
You know what I'm
biz.
saying?
Flashback, who's that dancing to the latest?
Teena Marie, that song with Rick James. That's
You
what
know,
we're
Fire
making
Desire. You know that shit.
Was she from Venice or was she from
She's
Venice?
She's
from
from
Venice.
Venice and the Shorelines.
She was from
She claimed the
Venice.
set.
You know what I'm saying?
She claimed
Like,
the turf.
Her partner's brother was a showdown.
Yeah.
No, she was here. She was Tina most definitely, man. Like I remember her.
She come to our hood days.
That's my home girl.
Did she actually live here or her family lived here?
She lives here, she still Wall Grove. So she's from Venice.
Is Valley Shoreline a real thing?
Yes.
Yeah.
When did the Shoreline get to Valley?
About
It's years ago.
2000.
Yeah, it's
No,
years
way
ago.
because big
Way
homie.
before, there's a lot of homies lived. Chuck stayed out there.
Oh, yeah.
People stayed out in the valley long time ago.
Yeah, this
You
like,
know,
what,
it's all
the
kind of
80s?
family.
About the
Like the
80s.
80s.
know.
Cause,
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah,
cause,
like the 80s. We've been out
what's
there a long
homeboy
time.
name? This a quarter.
Yeah, man.
Remember homeboy? Victor Henry. Remember Victor Henry?
Yeah, I know Victor Henry, yeah.
Victor Henry was the first one to move out there.
Oh, yeah, that's right. What was the people name that stayed on Westminster right there, Bird? That
Evans.
family that moved.
Evans.
The Evans. And then
Evans.
it's another family before them.
I thought it was
That moved.
Tanners though.
No, they was out. They
Yeah,
moved out there
Tanner was
too.
late one.
But I know the Evans though was out there. Like,
Yeah, but Henry was out there first.
yeah, I ain't sure because when I came around, the Evans was out there, and that's when I used to go
I
out there and
never
fuck with
Victor
them.
Henry was my home.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like I didn't even know it was like that.
Go
You know what
ahead.
I'm saying? When I was young, until I went out there with the homie, he was like, "Hey, we out here." Like I went out there, man. That shit was way lovely, man.
Let me ask you this, we kind of like skating on that subject. What was the main hustle in Venice in the 70s?
Oh man.
Crack cocaine.
No,
Sure.
not the 70s, man. The
Like
70s,
Sherm.
bird. The
Probably-
70s.
probably like Sherm.
Heroin
Pills.
and angel
But
dust
we wasn't
and
selling the
pills.
heroin on that thing. We used to sell Sherm.
She asked you, there wasn't no Sherm in the 70s, it was angel dust. We had angel dust, red devils, Truanols, Valiums,
You know what I mean?
and things of
Shit
that
like
nature, you know, and liquor and heroin,
Yeah.
or powder cocaine.
And being a diverse area, did you guys think you made more money?
Yes, of course. And nobody can touch us.
I mean, it was like-
That's why they hate us. That's why we hated by all the media.
Hey, one thing
What the
about
other
that-
brothers don't know, the Shorelines always had money. And things and that. Ain't nobody had no money like. But we wasn't no flashy people. And this
We had
and that.
things, though.
But we with the business folks.
You
That's
know,
it. That's all.
But we had things. You know what I mean? It was like we just
had the best
we were just more or less like around us. We
had the best
took care of each
clientele.
other.
And who was your clientele?
White people.
And blacks. Gang of blacks off the beach. Gang of blacks off the beach. Gang of blacks off the beach. All kinds of blacks off the beach. Movie stars and things of that nature. They was all buying. You know, hey, you heard what's her name? Paris Hilton said. When they caught her with, you remember about her case when she had the dope? I bought it from them Shorelines. Oh yeah, every time they say that, they get us.
I didn't know that.
Oh yeah, then all the rest of them. You know that then got caught by the. They put more hits out on us, the police do, and then you know with the injunctions to come get us. You know more than a lot of sets in LA. They just don't know.
I always ask this question for each area. You guys remember when Dope landed in Venice? What year?
Oh, shit, it been here. I don't know when it wasn't here.
No.
I don't know when it
like,
wasn't
was
here.
Like, it was here, but
Heroin was here, man.
when the
You
rock,
talking about crack?
when the rock and
You gotta
crack
say
came
crack.
in, it had to been like 78, 79.
You putting crack in Venice in 78,
No,
79?
It had to, because crack was cracking in 80.
No, crack.
You talking about freebase?
Yes.
Crack 80s.
In the 80s,
Crack
it
hit
was
the
most,
80s.
so I know it had to. But see, the thing about
Crack
it
hit the
was,
80s, right?
it was in small packets.
Yeah.
No, it was
Nah,
like
it'd be
it was the early 80s or 70. I'm saying 78, 79 because it didn't really take off to like 80.
Okay, I see what you're
81.
saying. Well,
You know what I'm
here,
saying? But it was still.
it's kind of like,
it was in
because
those
we had
pockets.
professional people that
Exactly.
live in this turf, and they was coming down, they was on that horn before we know it.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So that,
Exactly.
you know,
This is what I'm saying.
That's the case
see
what
that,
he's talking about.
that part of it, because most people, when I even got into the game, it wasn't about freebasing. Everybody was, if you was a player, you had little money. You feel me? You know what I mean? You just snorted a little shit, and that was like 79. And that means you had a little change.
When we started
You know
off
what I'm
as original
saying?
Crips,
And then-
we was on the Angel Dust. You know what I'm saying? The Angel Dust was first out when we first started. And things like that.
Then the Sherm came.
Now before the Sherm, we was on Angel Dust,
Yeah.
powder cocaine,
And peel.
pills. You know,
Exactly. Yeah, you already know.
Anyway, and powder heroin and things of that nature. That was it.
So when you guys are in the game, you guys are having money. Where you guys going? Where are your hangout spots? Where are the clubs? Where's your
Oh man,
after
you
life?
already know the Tigers. The Tigers.
But Max, mostly,
name of the game?
But everywhere. But guess what? Venice. But hold up, Venice. We gave parties here every weekend.
We had
It was
disco
parties at
K-Go.
this park every
We had
Friday
disco
and things of
K-Go.
that nature. We had the disco K-Go's on
They
Fridays
used to
and
sell-
Saturday
Yeah,
night
man.
They used to
and things of
be
that
on the
nature.
news.
Yeah, and even before them, we had the Peyton Place party.
Exactly.
You know, everybody had parties on every street in
House
Venice.
party.
We had house
we had-
parties.
we had
that
house
was off
parties
the
'cause
chain
that's when
all
house
throughout
parties
the
was-
70s
so-
and in the early 80s.
Huh?
You know what I'm
Peyton's
saying?
place was in Venice?
Yeah, right. This Peyton Place is on Vernon and all that. Yeah.
Yeah, I've been hearing the old dudes
Yeah.
talk about it. But
Yeah.
man.
That's where Raymond them came up over there to a party where we told him, yeah, the business.
I want to fast forward to the 80s, back on the boardwalk, and breaking and pop locking and all that came in. And you see all these dudes on these videos. Any of those dudes Shorelines?
Yes.
Pop locking?
Nah. All right,
they
well,
was.
not out there on them videos.
No.
Who was on video?
I didn't see the video. I don't know what he talking. Actually, I was.
Oh, okay. Let me be quiet.
All them guys.
Come on, man.
Oh, I didn't know they was out there popping out.
Yeah, the ghost town.
Okay, let me be
We
quiet.
at the ghost town.
Yeah, hold on, ghost town.
We at the ghost town
They call them
situation.
ghost town.
Oh, yeah, okay,
Come on,
yeah.
Come on, girl.
The Ghost Town Pop.
Nigga, I wasn't a pop locker because I didn't have that rhythm though. You know what I'm saying? But the homies, man,
They used to be popping.
hey, I wish the homie Pampers, OG Pampers was here right now. You feel me? Because Cuz was
Kevin
original.
McCrary.
Yes. You know what I'm saying? He was original of that.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
really.
saying? That era.
What was his
right
name,
there.
the little short dude that stayed over there, Bird, in the apartment? He had them sisters that stayed in the apartment right around the corner. Short dude with kind of yoked up, that was buck. And they used to
Because he
do
was a part of
Camelot
that too.
pop locking.
He was a part of that too. He
The
was a part of
Camelot pop locking.
that. Yeah.
What was his name? Yeah, on Santa Clara. In the and he had the sisters, 2 sisters.
Oh, they call them the cruisers.
No, not the cruisers. They stayed over there too.
Yeah, but that was most definitely.
What's his name? He's short. Yoked up.
Because of the simple fact,
Yeah,
like that
nice
was a part,
top
like
chest.
you know, where everybody
Natural.
squabbled, right? And then the pop locking came in. It was the pop locking.
He was the pop locker.
It was like
What's his
that
name?
was a
Bird?
pop locking gang thing.
What's his
You know what
name?
I'm saying? In a sense, like you still had gang members though, but we respected the
Camelot.
homies
You know Camelot
You know what
come
I'm
right
saying?
down to the apartments on Broadway,
pop
right?
locking and representing us.
Yeah, Camelot.
Out there like that, because
You know the
everybody
Camelot?
crew. It's like every little
You
different
know.
sets had their own little pop locking
You
crew
got buzz,
that
they
would
can't
come
hear
out
no
there to the beach, and they would battle the homies.
Nobody know nothing about who you talking about.
Right there, the Camelots. They stayed on Broadway right there. What was their name? Who was the Camelot family, Bird? Who was the Camelot family?
Oh, you talking about? You talking about Broadway?
Yeah, Broadway. What was her name? Joni. Joni brother.
Yeah.
The original Camelot.
The original Camelot.
Yeah.
I got a question. I want to revisit Muscle Beach. Was you guys seeing Tookie and Mouse? And
All of them. Everybody that was somebody back then.
Look, let me tell you something.
I mean, even Arnold Schwarzenegger.
BJ,
You know what I'm saying? Like everybody.
I'm gonna tell you something.
Came out there that was about that body building shit.
But let me tell you something. But when they came, when Tookie and them used to come, and they used to come out there with their shirt off, this and that, with their boys behind them. Back then in them days, it's okay, homie, y'all can walk. You can't walk around here like that, exploring this like this your beach. This our turf.
Yeah, cause see, you had my dad.
They
you had my
respected
dad
that.
them back there.
Cause they seen we
Like,
was thick.
you know what I'm saying?
We
Like,
was thick at that time. That's my
They
crew.
was holding the beach.
We start
down
off
on
with
that.
something thick, and we got like 7 clicks. And you know, right now maybe I don't know, so many they be out here. You know, we got cliques of homies. You know, and all our cliques is basically been 100 and something better.
And BJ was holding down Muscle Beach, Bernard Jackson, my cousin.
His cousin.
Show-Line?
They older dude.
He's just a representative.
Ghost town.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
But
we
it's
had
still-
a gang
it's
of
still
homies
all
out
Venice,
there
though.
that swole up.
You know what I mean? Because
You know
when
what
they
I'm
ask you
saying?
where you from and what
He's
you
so
represent,
big, he worked
everybody's representing Venice. It's just not on the gang level.
Name some of the popular dudes that was lifting weights at Muscle Beach that you know of back then.
Paul Mosley, BJ. There you go. Me and Mosley were hitting them. Henry Cago.
See, them the other homies. They know that.
Michael Cago.
That's older. That's older than me. I was a baby. I was still like you talking about the 70s. Shit, I was born in '66. So
Who else is big this year?
What about Mike
Big
Christian?
Bob, Michael Christian.
You guys are forgetting the top guy, no?
Who?
Greg Munson?
Munson, yeah, motherfucker. He was down there when the shit was going on. He was in movies, yeah.
Okay.
He wasn't down there when BJ was down there, because BJ was running.
yeah, it was way different.
BJ, his cousin, he was a trainer inside there, inside of there, just in there.
He was the
Super
biggest
swole.
one down there.
Are there any
What
Naturally.
size was his arms?
About 24. I ain't out of my line, Cisco. 18.
Nah, BJ, he
was
talking about
the
his
biggest one.
BJ.
If he was the biggest
BJ.
one, he
No,
had to
BJ,
be
BJ
20
was.
something.
I know that.
I'm 19 probably, but not
No, that nigga at least, at least 22.
Yeah.
At least.
22?
At least. man,
BJ
back
was
then.
swole.
Back
BJ had guns, motors, Cause he had motors where
I mean, I ain't saying, I'm just going up.
and he had top all everything.
Hey, I'm just a little
naturally. This dude naturally.
It might have looked bigger to me back then, but I'm just saying that motherfucker. Hey, it wasn't too many motherfuckers as big as Cuz at that time.
Paul Mosley too.
Yeah, me and Paul Mosley about the smartest. No. Tony, he was short, but he was on swole though too. Man, you don't know what the fuck you talking about.
Yes, he do.
Yes, he do,
Nigga, you wasn't on no muscle beach like you ain't be terrible.
Onion Mikey was at driving at the beach.
Going back to Cali. Venice Shorelines was scrapping fools.